Hey guys, Aaron here. Today we are going to be removing the stock exhaust from this 2007 Cayman S, and we're going to start right now. So my buddy Becker just drove over this beautiful vehicle. So the exhaust is still hot, so we got a little fan propped up to cool that off. And here's Becker. Say hi.
Hi.
So we're going to step you through removing this thing because we are going to replace it with a brand new Soul Performance exhaust. So that's going to be in a separate video. I'll have a link to that in the description if you guys want to check that out as well. So I'm going to be following some of the directions from Soul Performance to remove this thing because they have some directions for that. And they talk about removing the rear wheels and this little access panel back there. They say it's not necessary. I have taken stuff off without removing that before, so I'm going to skip that step for now. You may be seeing me come back and do that later, but for now we're going to skip that because I have a lift and I think I can work around it. So we're going to start by removing the factory mounting hardware. So this is the part that comes from the header and then goes to the mufflers that connects in the middle. We're going to remove that. So what that looks like from under your car, here's your muffler, and you just follow that pipe all around until you get to this little triangle with 3 bolts around it. And if you continue here, it goes to a cat and then straight to your header. All right, while it's cooling off, I just took some PB Blaster and just sprayed some of the bolts that we will be removing. So you can see right there, those are wet. Get them, and then I also hit all of the bolts up there on the header, but it's so hot that it is evaporated already. All right, after soaking these, I can get to the bottom one and this one with extensions, and luckily both of them have started to come off. That top one is another story right now. All right, I got to that bolt with I had to use like a little 1/4-inch ratchet, 12mm swivel, and I was able to get that off. These are all 12mm bolts. And, well, actually they're like studs because there's no head on the other side of them. Okay, I lied. We took the tire off here because this one is much easier to reach from there. All right, so we took this panel out too, one T25, two 10mm, and now we have access to this one back here. I saw a trick from somebody once before because it's hard to get a socket on this because this is kind of in the way. So I'm gonna try a thin socket, but if I can't, I'm just gonna bend or even cut off this piece of metal because we're getting rid of this. Okay, so my little 1/4-inch 12mm swivel with my little 1/4-inch fits back here, so I don't think I have to bend the metal as long as I can get enough torque on this bolt to get it off. Let's see. All right, 2 hands. All right, I'm just gonna grab it with some channel locks. Bend that down. Now I should be able to get a socket on it. All right, so our little 1/4-inch is what finally did the trick. Even after bending it, I couldn't get the full size or the 1/2 inch or 3/8 inch 12mm on it, but with enough persistence. I had just gotten out the mallet to whack it, but Becker broke it free on his own. Just needed a real man to push on it. All right, now there are 4 13mm bolts that are holding this bracket on. So it's the 2 in the middle. There's 4 that clamp the bracket itself, but these 2 are what actually attach to this bracket, and this bracket is what is holding the back of the exhaust. Once you take these 4 out, this is not going to be supported anymore, so either have a buddy hold it or a jack or something and get ready to bring it out. So that's it, boys and girls. Not a bad job at all. We got lucky, had no problems with the bolts really, even though they are old. So I hope you found this helpful. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Check out the description for the links to the Soul exhaust install and see what the new one sounds like. Spoiler alert, very impressive. All right, guys, see you on the next video.